Intellectual property is an issue, and intellectual property in life sciences is certainly seen as a sort of core value piece, especially when you come to the funding part of building your business. At the end of the day, it really is, though, about how well do you do in the marketplace. There's no question. Getting the products out, having the sort of first mover advantage of getting the products out, you cannot underestimate it. The intellectual property around the technology, you're right, has been very, very broad. It's amazing at good legal teams at how far they can evolve that strategy so that it has some long life. But you can't stop. You develop the fundamental stuff in the beginning, and as time goes on, it basically explodes in many, many different directions. And you have to actually be very vigilant about not only patenting and continuing that portfolio, but also in licensing other people that have stuff that starts to come in from the sides. And you need to keep the science up so that you're continually innovating new things. And at the end of the day, I think what happens as the commercialization goes on is it becomes more about freedom to operate and getting more and more products out into the market rather than sort of the proprietary position you have in the early days in order to garner financing. Right? And so it's very much in the early days, people like to say, oh, well, we got the field sewn up, we own it, and so on, and then investors like to hear that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, there's no value unless you make products. And it does transition into making products and then making sure. There's a lot of clever people out there. I mean, people contribute to all sorts of different technologies that impact it. And so you have to have a very open attitude that goes both with licensing, out-licensing, and in-licensing in order to stay alive.